Hi Brad, nice to meet you, that you come here for the interview of Laola TV. Well, we got a lot of questions, from our viewer, and I think one or the other would be very interesting. Now, first of all, how you feel here in Baden?
We enjoy playing here in Baden. The ice is always good, and they treat us well. It's always a lot of fun.
Okay, I mean, I have seen that you come all the time to Basel every year, and now you change to Baden, right? This is good to know, and I hope it continues, right?
Yeah, and it's a good time of year for us. It starts a little bit earlier, so it allows us to get a few more events in and a bit more practice. And the weather's nice over here this time of year, and like I said, we enjoy coming here.
Okay, you just did a training. How about the ice conditions? I mean, do you feel a difference between the ice of Canada and the ice of Switzerland?
No, not really. Actually, the ice over here is pretty good, and it's pretty comparable. There's curl out there. It's fairly consistent, and hopefully it stays like that throughout the whole week. And if it does, you're going to see some good curling.
Actually, you could say as answer, because we have all Canadian ice masters, right?
Yeah. So Armin is originally from Canada, but exactly. He's been over here for a long time.
For a long time, yes. Well, I have here some small questions to ask you, and maybe one or the other. Actually, most of the questions are from female, because they think you're such an attractive team, so they ask you. One thing which is I see very important is they ask us all the time about the mental training. I mean, what do you do besides the practical training for the mental training?
I've worked with a sports psychologist for a long time, and over the last couple of years, I just try and read books, read up on it, and really try and exercise what you read and try and implement it into games and practice situations, and over time it becomes more consistent, and you become better at it, and that's the main thing we do. I know all four of us right now on our team are reading a sports psychology book and trying to take any little bit of information that we can that's going to make us successful.
Because the next question follows by saying, what is your last thought before playing the last rock?
Really, it's just generally the weight. Just trying to really focus in on the weight that I'm trying to throw and just concentrate on it. Maybe try and think about a shot that I made in a similar path and how I threw it, and just use that. It's you try not to think too much, because when you think too much in the hacks, and bad things can happen. But if you try and think about some of your previous successes in that path and how you threw it, generally that works pretty well.
Okay. Another question is, they ask me, what is your most memorable event in your curling career?
Probably the Olympic trials in 2005, when we earned the right to represent Canada at the Olympics. That was pretty amazing. We played at a very high level of curling, and to beat the caliber of teams we did and earn the right to go to the Olympics was pretty special. Obviously, the Olympics is up there as well, just the biggest event in the world. But for the way we played at the trials, that was pretty fun.
Well, actually now is the Olympic season, so I think it will be very tough. So many Canadians team trying to qualify for it.
Yeah, it's the level of curling in Olympic years is very high, because people are training hard and really gunning towards, whether it be their Olympic trials or the Olympic Games.
Yeah. Another interesting question was about your pre-game routine. I mean, what are you doing? Let's say, what is your preparation before the game?
Really just trying to get our body loose and get ready to go out there and play for a couple hours. We try and just visualize success, visualize ourselves making some shots and enjoying the game. It's we try and keep our pregame routine fairly short, because when you play in an event like this, you could play 2 or 3 games right in a row. So you don't want to make your pregame routine too long, otherwise you won't have an opportunity to do it if you play back-to-back games.
They ask me too, actually, you have maybe some special socks or whatever, I kind of all the time putting the same thing?
No, you know what, when I was younger, I had a lot of superstitions, and I'd wear the same socks, wear the same shirt, but as I've gotten older and lost as much as I have over my career, you realize that the socks and shirts really don't make a difference. It just comes down to how you play.
Okay. I think a nice question is about what advice you can give to juniors. I mean, now many young people, I see that here in Switzerland we get a lot of young teams now, so what advice you can give to them,
Practice hard. That's really the only way in a sport like this, where feel is such a big thing. You have to throw a lot of rocks, you have to practice a lot, and spend time on the ice and enjoy it, have fun. Like for me, practicing is as much or more fun than playing games. I just like being out there and throwing rocks.
So how many years now you're doing curling?
I've been curling now since I was 13, and I'm 33 now, so 20 years.
So still enjoying the same level, right?
Yeah, I still love it, and
Okay.
like I said, I enjoy just going and throwing rocks. That's fun for me, and obviously playing games is fun too. But if you enjoy practicing, it makes it a lot easier to do.
Sure. Brad, thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
think it was very nice, and I hope to see you again. I mean, you have now tough games ahead, right?
Yep.
And maybe an interview in the quarterfinal or the semifinal.
Or
who
the
knows?
final would be good.
Final. I mean, I thought step by step.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Brad.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.